Have you ever taught concepts in a training and were just absolutely sure that people understood and were ready to do what they needed to do in the workplace, only to find out they didn't understand and they certainly didn't do it when they got back to the workplace? Well, today we are going to go over 3 steps to train people effectively. And on top of that, it will make the training stick. I promise. Okay, so the first step in training people effectively is I do. Now, the I do phase means that you are going to demonstrate to your people exactly what you want them to do. There's 2 parts to this steps. Obviously, number 1, you need to show them the action. So do it with them. Secondly, you need to also share your thoughts. As you're working through the procedure, as you're demonstrating the actions, share why you are doing what you are doing. Share any decision-making processes that you have along the way. Share any choices that might be made and why you would choose this choice here and not this one. This allows your participants to watch you. It allows them already to cognitively start forming those processes in their mind so that it's not a robotic following of the procedure, but it's an understanding in the following of the procedure. And they have that liberty because they're simply observing, passively observing, not being asked to make any decisions for themselves, only watching you and hearing you and your thought processes. So that's number 1, I do. Okay, so step number 2 is we do. So now you're going to work with the participants. You're going to continue to demonstrate, but they're going to do it with you. You're going to go through the procedures one at a time. You're going to continue to perhaps think out loud, but you're also going to be observing them. And as you watch them, pay close attention to any hesitation that they have, any confusion that they have. And this is your point to stop and say, I noticed that some of you were doing it incorrectly. I noticed that some of you were hesitant. And to ask, where are you unclear? And to clear up any confusion in the process. This is also an excellent opportunity to begin encouraging people. People need to be encouraged. Anything that's new for all of us is difficult. It's a little bit scary, no matter how confident you are. No one wants to be embarrassed in front of their peers or in front of a trainer if they're not getting it right. So doing it together as a group with you helping them and cueing them helps alleviate a lot of the potential for embarrassment. It helps boost confidence, especially if you as the trainer give them words of encouragement. Wow, you guys are quick learners. Wow, you guys are really nailing this. I see a lot of people doing this well. And so take the opportunity to be a great encouragement during the we do stage. Hey, I just want to pop in to say, if you're enjoying the content and it's being meaningful to you as a trainer or facilitator, and you enjoyed the channel, would you consider subscribing and liking our video and even ringing the bell so that you can receive notification whenever we release a video? It'd be a really great encouragement to Kyle and I and helps us to just keep on wanting to make more content. Thanks. Okay, and now the 3rd stage is you do. And now this is an opportunity for each person to demonstrate on their own the procedure or the task that you're wanting to train. But the important thing here is that you offer feedback personally so that, again, they have the opportunity one-on-one now or as they are forced to do it without you. Now, in this stage, you do not demonstrate. Okay, so if you're doing it in a large group, you're not going to demonstrate. You're just asking the group to do it together. But this is their opportunity to ask questions again, but most importantly for you to give feedback individually to them. It's also the opportunity for you to get your participants to the level of mastery that you want them to be at. And most importantly, it's a time to assess. So if you have a goal that they have to have 100% accuracy in their task, and they are not 100% accuracy, right then and there, you are able to assess that and then go back to the areas which are still unclear or which are still confusing, clear that up, get people to 100% mastery so the task is solid. So the 3 steps are I do, we do, you do. Hold on and let me explain to you why you must do all 3. It is imperative that you do all 3 steps when training. If you miss one, it will not stick. Typically, what I think happens in most trainings is there is the I do stage, and then you go immediately to you do. We demonstrate it, or we talk about it, or we give the content, and we figure that when people go back to the workplace, they'll figure out how to do it. The problem is when people get back to the workplace, they have emails to answer, they have work to catch up on, and there's just no time for them to figure out what that looks like in their job role. So you need to demonstrate it. You need to have them practice it with you. If you miss the we do stage, they have no time to make application. They have no time to ask questions. You do not have the opportunity to see and offer feedback. Missing the we do is really detrimental to effective training. Make sure you do the we do. And then don't send them back to the workplace until you've given them a chance to you do. Let them practice the you do before they go back to the workplace. They'll feel much more confident when they return. I also wanted to let you know that this is not just about us sharing our knowledge with you. We know and we firmly believe that everyone has wisdom. And I know that if you are training, if you are a facilitator, you have lots of wisdom to share. So if you've ever heard of I do, we do, you do, if you've used it in the workplace, would you please share in the comments below how you've done that, what it's looked like, how it's worked for you? If you haven't heard of I do, we do, you do, and you have some questions or there's some you need some help with something that you have a project or a training coming up and you want to know how to apply it, be sure and ask in the comments below, because I'd love to respond if I can, or if someone else in our group has some ideas for you. It's a great place to get your questions answered. So let's make this an active community, and please feel free to share in the comments below.